Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a yard machines weed or grass trimmer. It's a 31cc. It's a Y28 17-inch cut. We're see if we can't get it running. It's been sitting for a while and they were going to throw it away, so they gave it to me. So let's see if we can't get it going. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take this back cover off. It takes a torque screw. I'll go ahead and put this choke lever in that slot right there so it slides right out. There's 4 screws, 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. And it'll just pop off like that. But I think before I get too carried away, I'm going to take the plug out. Make sure it was still burning good so the piston ain't scored or something. You just take a DJ 7J spark plug. Actually, it's burning really good. So we'll throw a new one in there. So it's good to check that. If there's like aluminum filings and stuff on the spark plug, it's a telltale sign that they didn't have oil in the gas. Motor's pretty much shot. Okay. Then there's 2 screws right here. Take the carburetor off. Looks like that's a Walbro carburetor. This top one, there's a washer and best thing to do is keep it all together so you don't lose that washer and stuff so that choke thing slides. Pop that off. Unhook the throttle cable. We're definitely going to put new fuel lines on it. This is just brittle. So we'll just go ahead and replace the fuel lines too. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clean the carburetor up and we'll tear the carburetor apart. We'll do that first before we replace the lines. Okay, we'll go ahead and take this apart. So what happens when these things sit for a long time, all the gas evaporates out and all that's left is the oil and it settles down in the carburetor. Okay, I'm gonna go boil this out. There's even some debris where that screen is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil this out and we'll get a kit for it. Put it back together. Okay, we all got it all cleaned out and everything. So go ahead and do this side first. The carburetor kit's a Walbro D10-WTA. Go and put that base gasket on first. Then the diaphragm, and make sure this part here goes down towards the needle there. Just get them started till you get all 4 of them in there, then we'll go ahead and tighten them down. Make sure they're snug, don't over tighten them so you break the heads off. Okay, now this side here, we'll put this one on first because there's like little ridges all over. That's where this base gasket goes on first. And we'll go ahead and install that. There's little pins where they fit into. And we're going to pull back this throttle so it slides right in there. So don't hit on that. And there we go. This one here has a fixed high jet in there, but it still has the adjustable low end side. What I like to do is just turn it out like about a quarter turn, and when we get it running, I'll fine tune it. Okay, so the next step is going to be replacing the fuel lines. So we'll do that next. Okay, as you can see, there's holes where these fuel lines go in. When you replace them, just put them in the same way, so you know this one goes on the top of the carburetor and this one goes on the bottom, so you don't get stuff mixed up. Turn this around here. In this particular one, it has a fuel filter on the fuel line that's pressed actually through the tank. It's a Stens 120392. It's one of these here. And what we're going to do is this little plastic washer here. We'll slide it off, and this is going to go down in the tank. There's like little ridges on that, and this will slide in the hose and go on the bottom. So we're going to take the old line out and stuff, but this is what you have to put in this particular cut of a tank on this particular engine. So turn this a little bit so we can see a little bit better here. Okay, we'll start with the bottom one. Go ahead and pull it on through. line just breaking. And this one there, we'll cut it off and we'll push that plastic tab back up through and take it out of the tank. So here's that plastic washer. And that pops through this one here. That's the return line. That goes to your primer bulb. Just falling apart. So okay, we got it out of there. So now we can install the new filter and line assembly. And what I like to do, I'm going to spray a little WD-40 on this outside line so it kind of helps put in there. I'm going to take a screwdriver or something flat and push it down, and we'll put that retainer ring on the bottom. Another thing before we start, put a little angle on that so it slides through the hole a little bit easier. Alright, I sprayed some WD-40 on it. So stick it in the hole. Push it down so that plastic piece goes on the bottom. So there. Now we can put that retainer ring on there. Just slide it on there. I'm gonna push that down a little bit more. Make sure it's in there all the way. And I'll push that ring up. There. I don't want it to leak. Okay, now this one will go in that top hole. Excuse me, the bottom hole. And that we'll know that goes to the bottom of the carburetor. That's going to bring the fuel to the carburetor. And on the other line, I'm going to go ahead and put an angle on it. This is going to be the return line. There's 2 holes in the tank. And as spin it while you put it in there. It's good to have it in there about like an inch or so. This is going to go to the center plug of the primer bulb. Make sure you give a little, maybe I cut this a little bit more off. Don't want no kinks in the line. Like so. Then we'll unhook this one. And that's it. When you push the primer bulb, it sucks the gas through that fuel line, through the carburetor, and back up into the tank. Put that top hole. Give it some slack. Cut that beveled edge off. And that goes on the outside of the primer bulb. And I'll just leave that excess there for right now. Here's that old fill filter. See them like little ridges on there? That's what keeps it in the tank. So now this top line, and we got our bottom line. So now we can go ahead and install the carburetor, hook up the throttle cable, put the holes back in there. We're not going to tighten these, we're just going to get them started. We'll hook up the fuel lines real quick. So this top one, you know, back automatically know it goes to the top of the carburetor. I'll leave a little extra on there for now. We can always shorten it. We can't lengthen it. Yeah, I'll cut like another ½ inch off there. Make sure there ain't no kinks in there. Then this one here goes the bottom of the carburetor. Turn this on the side. I'll cut that beveled edge off. And this will go on. Make sure it's on there all the way. There. If you throw this loose, it gives you room to go in there. So we go ahead and tighten this up. And on this top one, make sure that washer's in the center. That way you can move your choke lever back and forth. Okay. Well, let's put some fuel in there and push that power ball. Make sure the gas is circulating and everything. Turn it to the side so I can show you how it circulates through all the lines and everything. On these, use 2-cycle fuel. Make sure there ain't no fuel leaks. So I'm going to push the primer bulb. The gas is going to come in this line right here and go all the way through the carburetor and get pushed up. So it's circulating. So that's ready to go. Now we can go and put that cover back on. Make sure the air filters all in there nice, ain't all deteriorated and stuff. So this little slot right here, that's where this blue part of that choke goes. And we can Turn it over so it don't fall off while you're putting the screws in. Okay. So when we start it, it has 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have it on this one here till it pops. And we'll put it in the medium, where the choke's half open. Once we get it running, we'll put it over 3. So next step is to start it, make sure it runs. Okay, we got fuel in it. We already pushed the primer button and got the gas circulate to the carburetor. We got on number 1. We're going to pull the rope till it just pops. And once it pops, we'll put it on 2. That's like the choke halfway open or closed. And once it warms up a few seconds, we'll put on 3, and that's running condition. So make sure the on switch is on. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I appreciate you watching. If you like these videos, there's a lot more of them on my channel. If you like them, please subscribe. Anyways, thanks for watching. You have a good afternoon.